Welcome to How to Survive the Ends, an audio docu-series giving you the knowledge you need to maneuver and thrive in the urban cities of England. While you're listening, make sure you hashtag How to Survive the Ends on all socials. Let's now join our journalist in the field.
Okay, let's have it!
Now, to the untrained eye, all of these hoodlums walking around the ends may look like they are seeing them as equals. You would be mistaken. The social class of the inner-city youths can be identified by their primitive attire. The popular class adorn their feet with Nike Air Force trainers, wear tracksuits with over-the-shoulder bags. They ride through the hood on BMXs or 10 toes down on public transport. They spend their time outside the newsagents, at the chicken shop. Now, on the other hand, the high class, they wear brands like Gucci, Prada, Balenciaga, Fendi, and more. They do not ride bikes. Maybe they drive motor vehicles. This drip, gold chains, fancy attire, Rolex watches, gives a clear message to all that we are the elite of inner city life. This is the pursuit of all. Am I dripping? Well, I get the new drip. Can I drip, drip, drip all over these bitches? But often, this is all a front, a show for social media and the Joneses. I don't actually think there is a family called Joneses in the hood, but you get my point. Much of these peacock-like struts that people do is mainly off of the back of fraudulent activities and credit card debt. Sadly, education, a job, or a career are not seen as a feasible option for most residents of the hood. The predominant choices people here have an A. Robberies, either a shop or a house, but not forgetting the common of all, streetjacking, a phone, watch, or even someone's trainers. Option B, selling drugs. Now, most people hear this a recoil. No way, they say. But thanks to the music, the movies, and the mandem stacking on the block, most people can't ignore the glitz and glamour. So selling some Class A, B, or C narcotics might have the young bucks thinking they're Tony Montana. Finally, C. Entertainment, either a sports car, a music star, or an Instagram TikTok star. Choices are few, and the job seeker's line is embarrassing. One thing in particular comes to my attention about the members of the local gangs, and that is the bond that they have with one another. It is the type of bond that only a broken home could produce. For instance, a young buck who is living with his single mother, his father absent for numerous reasons. He's a girlist with nuff-nuff youths from multiple baby mothers. Or either he is in prison, aka the bin, aka the pen, or most notably known as serving in the Queen's Majesty. However, when you pattern the ting, you'll discover the usual process of a young buck getting approached by a gang member is no different from a customer browsing a store. The difference being that, in this case, the young buck approached by the gang member, aka roadman, aka trapper, and aka thug, is asked if he wants to make money rather than spend it. Bear in mind that all this naive young buck has seen is his mother struggling to make ends meet, holding down 3 jobs. The minor comes home from school to an empty yard, where only the dog resides waiting for Marcus or Jermaine or Andre to come home and make him feel any type of love. Now, from the vantage point, this often seems very attractive. The roadman may present a wad of money to the young buck. A glimpse of money is such large amounts. Alongside the allure fresh gums and crepes the roadman is wearing is usually enough to entice him. Now, embraced by the gang and seen as an equal, one must now prove his allegiance. He is given his own tool, usually a knife or a gun if he appears to be ready for that. He is then sent on a mission, a blood sacrifice, taking a pagan's life, aka duppying a brother, aka catching a body, or at least taking phone, money, and catching it on camera. If he complies, he is then officially confirmed as one of the mandem. Other members of the gang may refer to him as my nigger, aka my brody, or my dog for life. Such loyalty is obtained through committing to the term ride or die. What makes it extremely challenging for the roadman in the ends is the trying to survive without getting nabbed by the feds or wet up by an op. Such anxiety is known to create neck cramps for such individuals having to keep looking over their shoulder, simply because there is a price for being caught slipping. Today's rule: know your place and know your role. Stepping out of line could result to a blurring of the lines. Confusion leads to chaos. Chaos can lead to death. Watch your step and watch your neck.
Thank you for listening to How to Survive the Ends. Tune in next week for another riveting journey through the wiles of the inner city, satire included.